What's going on, Jets fans? It's your boy DT back with some quick updates on this Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great week. Final week and weekend without Jets football from now until January. So, super excited for that. The New York Jets revealed a couple pieces of information today. The first was they announced their 2025 team captains, and the second was they revealed their rivalries jerseys that they will wear on week 14 against the Miami Dolphins. So, first and foremost, the 2025 captains, there were 6 named by the Jets, 3 offensive players, 2 defensive players, and 1 special teams player. So, we'll go offense first. They keep 3. Justin Fields, obviously quarterback, he's an extension of your coach and coaching staff. So they're going to look at Justin as a leader regardless. I think that's almost a no-brainer, right? Usually quarterbacks of the team are looked at as the captain. I know Aaron Rodgers wore the C when he was in New York. I don't believe Zach Wilson ever wore the C in New York, but you get the point. The quarterback is supposed to be the head of the snake, an extension of the coaching staff. So no surprise, Fields gets the captain patch. Elijah Vera Tucker, veteran offensive lineman, quietly, been on this team for very many years. And I think it's very deserved. He's one of our best offensive linemen, especially when he's healthy, obviously, right? So I think Vera Tucker was an easy pick for captain. And then Garrett Wilson, obviously your star wide receiver who received a huge mega deal in the offseason. He's going to be a focal point, of this offense under Tanner Engstrand. So no real surprises on the offensive side of the ball. They only kept 2 defensive captains, so 3 on offense, and maybe Fields is kind of, that extra on offense, and they could have gone away with 2 with just AVT and Garrett Wilson. But on defense, Jamie Sherwood and Quinnen Williams are your 2 defensive captains. And the first thing I saw on social media was a lot of people asking, why is Sauce Gardner not a captain on this team? I think in his own right, he's still looked at as a leader and a captain of this team, whether he's wearing the C patch or not. He got another, huge extension in the offseason, just like Garrett Wilson. So I definitely think the coaching staff views him as a captain. He just doesn't have the C patch. And if they kept a third defensive captain, it would have probably been Sauce, in my opinion. So I'm not too worried about Sauce not getting a captain badge this year, and perhaps it's going to motivate him even more to see, his best friend in Garrett Wilson on the team wearing the captain's patch and he not wearing one. So I think if anything, it's just going to motivate Sauce to work harder to become an actual captain in 2026 and beyond for this team. And then the final special teams captain is Marcelino McCrary-Ball. And, shout out to McCrary-Ball for this, because I didn't have him on my 53-man roster prediction. So for him to go all the way from, a lot of fans not thinking he's going to make the team to now being a captain on special teams, and he will give you some, use on defense. Obviously, if injuries happen, he'll be one of the first guys in on the field. So I love that Marcelino McCrary-Ball is the special teams captain over a guy like Nick Folk, who, yes, Nick Folk is a captain. He's, been in this league for so long. He's 40, turning 41, but he hasn't been here the entire time. McCrary-Ball has been here since last year. The coaching staff really got familiar with him this spring and summer. They liked what they saw from 41 out there. So I love the fact that he was named special teams captain. I projected that it would have been a guy like Thomas Hennessy, because at the time we had a kicker and a punter who had never played in an NFL game before. So I thought Hennessy was the easy fit for special teams. So I like that they're picking a guy like McCrary-Ball. So 6 total captains for the Jets this year. Not really worried about Sauce being there. And quite honestly, if the team went with 5, 2 on offense, 2 on defense, 1 on special teams, I think Fields would have been the first one off the captain's list. So I'm not really pressed about Sauce not being on there. I don't think anybody really should be. And I think it's just more discourse for negative Jets fans out there on social media. The second thing that the team put out today was they revealed their rivalries jerseys. This is a 2-division jersey unveiling, right? So the NFC West and the AFC East are the 2 divisions this year that had rivalry jerseys made up by Nike. So the Jets will wear these in week 14 against the Miami Dolphins. Here we see Quincy Williams, and it's in all black, right? We have a black alternate for the Jets already. This is a different one. This is more of a black and gray scale scheme. There's no green in this whatsoever that I can find. Some things that I do like about it, I really like the helmet, the black on black, the gray stripe with the white lettering. I think that looks really clean. I do like the white accents, whether it's the chin strap or the little rubber on the back of the neck or above the helmet right there. As you can see, I love the alternative logo on the jersey and the helmet. I'm a big fan of the alternate logo for the Jets right now. I do like that it's black. I'm a big fan of, black attire in general. So any black jerseys that the team can have are even better. I don't love the original black ones that they currently have, but these, they're okay. Some things I don't really like is the font. I think it could be a little bit cleaner of a font, but I understand that they're going for the whole Gotham City look. And when you look at the words Gotham City football, anywhere associated with the Jets, it is a similar font style, almost like a graffiti look with the numbers there. So I don't love it in its entirety. I think they're just okay. But again, they only wear them one time this year in week 14 against the Miami Dolphins. They will be the home team for that game. So maybe, in the daytime, it'll look a little bit cleaner. It's hard to get a true sense of what they look like in these pictures. But here's Quincy Williams sporting the new Rivalries jerseys. Here is Justin Fields sporting the jerseys. And here it looks like it's almost a little bit more green than black. But I think this is a very much black in its entirety uniform. I don't see any green anywhere else, no accents of green. The shoulders where the number 7 and the Nike swoosh are supposed to resemble a New York City manhole cover. So I'm confused how we go from being a fighter jet to manhole covers, right? We went the opposite way. We're supposed to be up in the sky. Like, give us things that I guess like a sheet metal look would be okay, but I'm not sure if I vibe with the manhole cover theme on the shoulders for the Jets. But there's Justin Fields sporting the Rivalries, and there is Jamie Sherwood sporting the jerseys. A little bit closer of a look on the shoulder pads there, the manhole cover texture look. And then you can see the alternate logo right above the face mask in that little white rubber area on the helmet that I really like. So some things to like, some things not to like. We know the NFL, they're a huge money grab, especially when it comes to their jerseys. Even if they wear them one time this season, they're going to have a ton of sales for these jerseys. So I'm not a big jersey wearer myself or jersey buyer, but they're okay. I'm not going to, I don't love them. I don't hate them. They're one-time use. And maybe next season, the new divisions will get their jerseys. So I'm not sure if the Jets will even wear them for a couple years after this season. So I guess the only criticism I would have was make a home and an away version of these jerseys. We could have seen like a white version of this, like the opposite, color schemes to the black and gray. So I think there's, definitely some creative freedoms I think that Nike could have taken and made it a little bit better. But I understand they're going for the Gotham City look and the Gotham City football, which I'm glad they're embracing as a fan base. I think that's cool. Gotham City has always been, New York, and, you think of like Batman, The Dark Knight. Gotham City is like first thing that comes to mind. So I guess I should say I don't hate them, but I don't really love them. I certainly will not be purchasing them. But maybe if they look cool on the field and they kick the shit out of Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins wearing these jerseys, I'll have a bit of a change of heart. So a couple bits of news today on a Thursday for the New York Jets. 2025 captains revealed. Rivalry jerseys were announced. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Go back and watch my live stream from last night if you want to hear my reactions to the 53-man roster and the practice squad as it currently stands. I will put the link at the end of this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I am exactly 150 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. So we will be at that second threshold of monetization on YouTube in a short bit of time, right? We need the 4,000 watch hours, which I should get by the end of this week, if not middle of next week. and then the 150 remaining subscribers to get to 1,000. So we're making that final push. Hopefully we can get there before Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town in just 10 days, folks. We are 10 days away from the New York Jets kicking off NFL football in the 2025 season. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm DTereman, and let's go Jets.